Since my last video about the buck which got a popular success, I asked you to create a board featuring the buck, and I again received a lot of propositions, with some epic fails but also some interesting propositions. And after some vote, here are the results. But this is a board made by
Poise-Boat,
which won the contest. The board is named Capriolinos and looks like this, but as the pieces' names are too complicated, I'll adapt them. So you'll find a buck and king, even it has a first king sprite, but also a Popo, which acts like the dog except backwards, and two does, which are the diagonal equivalent of the buck, but one captures on the right, and the other on the left. And if you wonder, this one captures on the right and this one captures on the left. Alright, let's talk about promotion. The Popo promotes on the back rank to an inverted Popo which acts the same as a Popo but backwards, but this inverted Popo also promotes on the other back rank to a buck, or one of the two does. This is insane. So let's now go to the game which opposes the Chesscraft Grandmaster Peter Popovich against the striking buck Firat. As this board is really small, the computer's level will be surely insane, so I have to be really careful. And I have to deal with these long-range pieces with restricted attack. This is going to be tense. C3, F4, E3. Do to F5. Seems like this do can have a lot of pressure on my Popo structure, so I guess I'll go for a trade. Do captures, buck recaptures. Alright, I'll now develop my other do to give some pressure on my opponent's queen side. King to C6. Why not? B3. E4. Popo captures, Popo recaptures. Okay, so now, I have to be careful about discover do attacks, so I'll play king to E1 to secure my pieces. E3. Yeah, I was expecting that, so do to D1. Buck to E5. Okay, this looks really scary. So I need to protect my king. Popo captures check, Popo recaptures. Buck to D4. Okay, I don't see the point of his move unless he wants to trade, but this would be fine for me. As he left his F file wide open, I guess I'll now take a chance. Let's go for promotion. F2, A4, F3, A to B4. I don't like that, so let's prevent any B file attack. Popo captures, Popo recaptures. Buck to E5. He can't really do anything against my Popo, so F4. Buck to A5. I'll block with my Popo. C4. Okay, this looks dangerous. I should first unpin my do and go for a trade. D to E5. Nice defense, but I still have do to D2. Do to A6. Alright, let's trade then. Do captures, Popo recaptures. And as we started, why not trade the bucks then? Buck captures, king recaptures. Excellent, I can now promote my f-pawn and pressure the queen side. This seems like I'm winning actually. A to B5. Let's prevent some check. Oops, looks like he's gonna chase my Popo. King to E2. Do to B6. King to D3. Do to C6, king to E3, do to D5. Wow, this do is so strong even it controls only few squares. But I still have F5, do to B4 check, king to F4, D5. Okay, this is now my chance, F6 promoting to inverted Popo. Do to E5 check, king to E4, C to D4 check, king to E3, do to E4. Now that he's out of checks, let's retreat back quickly. F5, B to C5, F4, do to E5, F3, do to E4, F2, C to C4, F1 promoting to buck. These promotions cost a lot. Do to d3, buck to e1, and now my buck is safe. But my king is in trouble. Let's see if I can distract him. King to c5. Perfect, a6 promoting to inverted Popo. This looks like black has no move. I don't know if it's true, but I'll take my chance anyway. a5, king to c5, a4, king to d6, a3, king to c5, a2, king to d6, b2, king to c5, b1 promoting to a buck, king to c6. I now wonder if now that I have 3 bucks I should even promote the last Popo. Yeah, I should totally do that. a3. Oops, I gave him some play, but anyway, buck to d1. King to c5. a4. Do to c2. Okay, this is not some play but some counterplay. Buck to c1. c3. Okay, he's going to promote and I can't do anything to prevent that, but I guess I'll just have to promote my last Popo. So a5. King to d5, a6 promoting to inverted Popo. Yeah. I just realized that even with my strong material advantage, my pieces are all useless, and he's very active with a strong structure completely cutting my king from my defenders. And I feel like he's going to trap me. D to d3 check, king to e2, e4. Yeah, in fact, I'm completely losing. He has some strong winning line leading to checkmate, where I can't do anything but try to exchange my pieces to get some time. This seems really hopeless, unless I find some brilliant move, but I don't see where.
Oh, smells like losing.
Yeah, totally. I guess you are happy now that I'm finally losing the game. This should happen one day and now this is it, and you can finally laugh at me.
In fact, not really. This is perhaps of the Christmas spirit, but I don't want to see you lose this game now, so I'm gonna help you.
Oh really? Thank you so much.
But I won't tell you the move, you just have to remind what you said before.
Oh, wait a moment. Even with my strong material advantage, my pieces are all useless, and he's very active with a strong structure completely cutting my king from my defenders. Yeah, this is it. I have to explode his structure by giving up my material advantage. So let's play the brilliant move buck takes c2, winning a Popo, and even I'm going to lose another buck, I'll get a Popo back anyway. d4 check, king to c2. Popo captures, king recaptures. And now, I regain back my position advantage. The only thing I have to do is to stop his Popo promotion and prevent his king to go on the second file. I suddenly have back my motivation, so let's put an end to this. c4, buck to b1, king to d6, king to c3, d4, buck to c1, king to d6, king to c3, e4, king to c4, king to e6, buck to d1, king to e5. Oh, this seems to be completely drawish, but thanks to a brilliant sequence, I'm able to win. Let's first play the brilliant move buck to e1, forcing the king to go to the f file if he wants to save his Popo. And this is a brilliant move, because it threats to go on the second file, and my buck can't do anything against it. But I have the brilliant move king to d3, not allowing this, and winning the Popo. Wow, what a brilliant answer. He wants to deflect my king and go on the second file to draw the game. But I have the brilliant reply king to d2, saving the position. And this is again a brilliant move, saving the king, and not allowing my king to go up, because of the Popo, and even I'll go on c3, the king would be able to threat to draw on the second line. But I have the brilliant move b6, going to restrict the king's squares and force the mate. King to f4, c6. King to f5, d6. e4. Wow, this is a brilliant move, because he will be able to escape and grab my Popo. But I have the great reply king to d3, getting a trade and going for a checkmate sequence. f4. What a great move. His king is now protected by any checkmate pattern, but I have the brilliant reply d5, forcing him to play f3, because else, this is a forced checkmate. And I can now play buck to f1, forcing black to give the fpuduk to escape and try to survive. The game is now over.